All right, good morning. Welcome to the briefing for day shift, October 12th. Go ahead and turn your cell phones off, silence your radios, and keep side conversations to the minimum. We'll start out the day this morning with the current situation with our planning operations, Clint Gould.
Good morning, everyone. So last night shift had a really good, slow night. Not a whole lot of activity out there except for where the burning was taking place up in Division Mike. They just monitored all that internal fire that was there from yesterday. The rest of the fire, November all the way down to Romeo, was in patrol status. No service calls in the southern end of the South Creek. And the report that we got is they had clear sky last night to where they could see stars. So it's a heads up for today's shift. End of report.
Thank you, Clint. All right, the incident objectives have not changed for the incident. Please review them with your modules before you go out in the line. With that, I'm going to bring up our fire weather forecaster, John Pendergrass.
Hey, good morning, everyone. It's going to be noticeably warmer today as we start that trend toward the heating of the area, as well as getting drier during the course of the week. So my forecasting is largely going to be involved with just predicting humidity and temperature in the next couple of days, as we're not seeing any winds that are going to be of note other than the slope winds which developed during the course of today. So the particulars of the forecast are listed on page 4 of the IEP. I also appreciate the handwritten weather obs that have been coming in here. I've been looking at them, and I appreciate you providing them from the field. So just have a safe day out there. Also, I had a request for Florence Spike. I got some particulars for you. I'm expecting a high of 72, a low tonight of 43, and min RH of 26% this afternoon, and just some light slope winds developing this afternoon, about 5 to 8 miles an hour by early afternoon. Have a good day.
Thanks, John. All right, for fire behavior, our fire behavior analyst is still working remotely. She will be here hopefully tomorrow, but she did want to share with you that with this change in weather, to be heads up specifically in Division November, as these winds surface, that side's going to be tested, and also in the Horseshoe and Popeye. I know it's you've got that burn scar from the Aspen fire, but please be heads up with that receptive fuel bed in there. She did want to highlight that. And she also said to please take a look at your fire behavior forecast in your IAP. With that, I am going to bring up safety with Nick Bianchini.
Good morning, everyone. Nick Bianchini, safety trainee. So the last few days, we've gone over a couple key points, vigilance, nutrition, hydration, COVID-19 mitigation precautions out there. And we got a great safety record so far in the incident. And hopefully it's a testament to my encouraging words, but it's also to your diligence out there. I appreciate that. I want to stress and reinforce a couple key points this morning, and we're going to hammer it home with the driving. And we just want to stress, go slow to go fast. You're not going to get there any quicker by hauling 5 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour quicker. You're just not going to get there any faster. Increased fire behavior today, potentially talking with IMET and our fire behavior analyst here. So we're looking at have that pace out there, that primary, alternate, contingency, and emergency. Have that 8-line can ready to go. And be thinking out there today, what's the worst thing that can happen if I make this decision? First course action, taking on any work assignment, hazard identification, communication, and mitigation. With that, have a strong shift. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Nick. And with that, we will bring back up our planning ops, Clint Gould.
Good morning again. So out in the field for field ops, we got Jeff Henson, Branch 20, Jack Froggett, and Branch 2529, Bontrager. Division Mike, still have Naylor and Mitchison. They're going to continue to keep going direct from Vermilion, heading west towards China Camp and progressing on. Fire activity out there increased yesterday. Gave them a little bit of fit, so we're going to be still continuing that direct line as best as possible and doing some tactical burning as needed to keep the fires in check. Division November, we got Marquez and Kinney. They're still out in the Florence Lake area, wrapping around that. Should have that taken care of today. Got maybe about 1,800 feet of line to get tied in the area, hopping rock to rock, patrolling and mop up, and utilizing that tactical firing as needed. Division Papa, we got Carson Hall and Dehart. They're continuing it from that Sample Meadows, coming down, following the direct line, trying to make it down into Prior Lake today. Things are still looking good out there. Romeo, we got Velasquez. They're pulling a lot of hose in that section today, patrolling and mopping up. Dropping down into the branch 2529, we got Bonchi and SUV, and they're going to continue to secure the line, patrol, mop up, along with Whiskey X-Ray Zulu with Watson. Same thing there, patrolling, mopping up, and responding to any service calls that come out in that lower section. Suppression repair, we got Wade out there. They're still doing a suppression repair out there in the Shaver Lake area, repairing roads and any control lines. And that's the end of the report.
All right, thanks, Clint. For air operations, Brian Sexton.
Morning, everyone. For today's aircraft lineup, we have 15 helicopters and 1 fixed-wing air attack. Based out of Fresno here at the tanker base, we have helicopter 507 for IR and air attack, and we also have air attack 15 available today. For the South Zone at Aubrey, we have 1 Type 1, 3 Type 2s, and 1 Type 3. And then over at Mammoth, we'll have 4 Type 1s and 1 Type 2. For the North Zone at Mariposa, we'll have 1 Type 1 and a Type 3, and then they're moving a Type 2 and a Type 3 over to Batterson Helispot over there on the west side. We do have helicopter 407, the 24-hour night hoist-capable helicopter that we're sharing with the Sequoia Complex, available out of Visalia. Have a safe shift. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Brian. For communications, Joe Macy.
Good morning, Joe Macy's Communications. Good news is we don't have a new clone today. Also, want to go over a couple of little things. CalCord is in your 204s at channel 15 on your radio. That is strictly for medical coordination for either airship or with ground ambulance. It's in our plan so that if you're having to call in or coordinate with during a medical emergency, it is set aside just for that. Please do not use it as a tactical channel for your crew. Also, Air Guard or Guard, we have it marked as Guard V4. V4 means the version of the clone for this incident. It is there as an emergency. If you cannot get aircraft during an emergency on any other channel, you switch to Guard, and it is a fail-safe so that all the aircraft on the incident are required to be monitoring Guard all the time. So you should be able to get a hold of them. Also, it is strictly for emergency contact with aircraft. So please use those 2 channels appropriately. Also, someone out there is using 168.650 as their inner crew, and you are interfering with aircraft, commercial aircraft, and private aircraft traffic on their national flight following frequency. That needs to stop immediately. So we will have guys out listening for that frequency, and if you are caught using it, you will have to have a visit with the IC. With that, have a safe shift. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Joe. Just a reminder that we do have a human resource specialist here. She is roaming between camps, but she does have a trailer up at China Peak Camp. If you need to see her, please do so. She's very lovely. Training specialist is working virtually, so please go into your IAP, hit that QR code, and fill out the training form. And also, please follow the DMOB procedure. Both camps have different procedures, both Sierra and China Peak. Please go in there, read it through. You're going to be ending up down here at the Clovis ICP to finish out your DMOB. And also pay attention to the DMOB list, please. With that, let me bring up our Sierra National Forest Agency Administrator trainee, Kim Soren.
Good morning, Kim Serini Wilson, Agency Administrator Trainee. So this morning when I was getting ready, I was thinking about Chief Christensen's letter that she sent out. This is October, so I think maybe she sent it in June or July, that called everybody to come and work for the fires if fires happened. And I just want to thank all of you, because some of you signed up to work in fire, and that's your life 365. And others of us have other jobs besides working on fires, or we last 14 days and we go back to our day job. So I just want to thank everybody for everything you're doing. Stay safe out there. And I have one more thing. Here's my corny joke for the day that I want you to think about. I went online last night and I ordered a chicken and an egg. I'll let you know. Thank you. Have a safe shift.
Thanks, Kim. All right, with that, we'll bring up our Deputy Incident Commander, Steve Watkins, for closing comments.
Good morning, everyone. Hey, a couple things real quick. First thing I want to talk about is about the public. We had a community town hall live stream meeting on Friday and answered a lot of their questions, gave them a good little briefing, similar to what we're doing here today, but a little bit more detail tailored to them. And just wanted to bring that up. There's over 7,000 views on that. So the media is still really interested, communities are still really interested in what work you're doing out there. And the most thing they keep on asking us is, how are you doing? How are you coping with everything? We know the environment they're working in. We know they've been away from their loved ones so long. And I just want to relay that to you. They're thinking about you every day. They want to make sure you're safe. They want to make sure you get home to your family safe. So I want to bring that up real quick this morning, first thing. Couple things I want to bring up. Hey, changed a couple things on the map between north and south. These bells here, dumbbell markings. Take a look at that. That's something changed. We gained a little bit more landscape there. It's not going to change the effort on the ground, but it'll change what we're responsible for out there. Also, weather changes, right? We heard it. We had about a 48-hour window of good weather to get some great work done out there in Division Mike and Nora. But now the weather's changing. It's changing pretty rapidly, and it's going to be with us for a good period of time. So let's be sure we have our heads in the game, paying attention to what's going on out there due to weather conditions. Let's make sure everyone's on the same page. Nothing's getting forgotten, and continue on just with your mission, because it's going to be challenging out there for you, no doubt. Last thing I want to talk about is suppression repair. That is taking place. This is a two-headed monster we're dealing with right now. Focused definitely on the firefight, but the other part is there is some suppression repair going on. So let's make sure we have good interaction with the reeds out there, get stuff identified, so we can hand over a good product eventually someday to the Forest Service. They're really concerned about that, that we get everything identified for them for the future during our tenure here, and then whoever comes in behind us. With that, hey, have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Steve. Please look to your individual camps for your division breakouts. Any unassigned, please see the ops section chief or planning ops up at your camp. Just a reminder, 1000 cooperators meeting, 1200 CNG. With that, have a great day. Be safe, and we'll see you guys in the, tomorrow morning. And go ahead and turn your radios back on, your cell phones on, and have a great shift.